All right, everyone, here we go with the Friday reading. What are they thinking and feeling? I did a pre-shuffle just for fun. I shuffled before. Love, right? Exciting and new. Two of Cups. Knight of Cups. Love. Exciting and new. Nah. That's what they're thinking and feeling. It kind of is a little bit right now. If you watch that full moon reading, which it's right there. There it is. There's the full moon. That's probably what's left of it. If you watch that full moon reading, there's a lot going on. The full moon energy is supposed to corral up all the change, and it's so volatile around it. It's crazy. All right? See where we go. It is very much, whether it's the societal energies or soulmate cycle, it's very much a civil war type energy more than anything else. There's a great divide, what's going on here. And that divide plays out in the soulmate cycle, in how someone feels. That pre-shuffle was a good example of this sort of, love, exciting and new. Nah. Right? Big wall there. So let's see. One card for each sign. What are they thinking and feeling? Let's find out. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's a straight up energy reading. I'm just using the signs as a reference. This text at the top of the description explains why there's no timestamps here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. I'm not shitting you. That came back around. I'm not even shitting you. That came back around. Look. Nah. Oh my God. All that love and then nah. It's a great divide. All right? We got the energy around us right now. An energetic storm comes around every 80 or 90 years. I've been telling you about it since 2021. World War II, Civil War, Revolutionary War, same type of energy. It affects the soulmate cycles. The soulmate cycles in those eras are always crazy. There's always a huge separation, right? In World War II, the separation in the soulmate cycle was people had to go off to war. The ladies stayed home and built machinery and stuff like that. In Civil War, it was a divide. It was, you're for Lincoln? Fuck you. I'm for Jefferson Davis. Well, fuck you. I'm for this. And we got a lot of that right now, don't we? Right? My way or the highway. It is what it is. So we got a lot of that here in the soulmate cycle. You've got internal energies within somebody. It's why this came back around of a lot of love. I wish this could happen, but no. Right? One half of them says no. It's like that Batman villain, Two-Face. He got one face that's one way and another face that's another way. The one face says, I want Steve's viewer. The other side says, no. Okay? Like that. It's kind of what's going on here. And that fact that this came back after all that shuffling. I didn't even get to finish my intro spiel. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found stuff to here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you are meant to find it. Why? Because I'm not a fucking time lord. And let me get the damn full moon off the table. That's it. I'm done. All right. Story starts with Aries, position 1. Ends with Pisces, position 12. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. What are they thinking and feeling? Tomorrow in the weekly reading, we ask what actions they're likely to take. Nah. Love to, but nah. We'll see. And we clarify that one. We don't clarify this one. Start here, right here. Position 1, Aries. Always closely tied to this. Never mind Aries. It's where the story starts. It's for most of you. It bookends the hot spot of the connection cycle. Cancer, position 10 of Pentacles. Somebody really wants this with you. I don't know. Maybe they want to pet your golden retriever, your Irish setter, your Mexican hairless, your black lab, whatever it is you fucking got. They want to pet it. I don't know, maybe they want you to sit on their lap, throw you around like a little baby, or maybe they want to do what those two are doing in the background there. Hey, get a room, motherfucker. Right? At the end of the day, he can only handle one baby at a time. Y'all need to chill out. Okay? At the end of the day, somebody wants that. That's what they're thinking about. But I still get an energy deep down. Nah. Oh, I really want that. Oh, I'm ready to go. I got the car all started. Nah. Okay. Position 2, Taurus. This is good. This is encouraging. But the 9 of Wands is still there. We can't ignore it. All right? Somebody's keeping happiness at bay. Sun's on the other side of the wall. Position 2, Taurus. 9 of Pentacles. Somebody thinks that they're done with you. I'm finally over, Steve's viewer. Really? Okay. Okay. Really? I don't know. Nah. I don't think that's true. See, nah can work to your advantage too. Huh? Finally over it. I'm all done with this soulmate connection. I ain't going anywhere. Oh, I totally want it. Yeah. Somebody here thinks they're done with you, thinks they're free of you, thinks whatever. Yeah, sometimes for a minute, we don't think. You could have a headache. Let's say you wake up in the day and there's a headache, right? But you could do stuff to distract yourself, and you realize, oh my God, I haven't felt my headache in a couple of hours. And as soon as you say that to yourself, all of a sudden the headache's back. It never went away. It's just busy, whatever. Somebody here thinks that they're free of you. Okay. We'll see what actions they take tomorrow. Position 3, Gemini, Star. I feel like I mentioned this in a reading. And I don't know if I did. It may have been one of my offline readings. This girl right here on this card is hunting for frogs at night with the wrong equipment. It's sort of that. It's the way I have to translate the energy. Okay? The energy is right for you two to come together. Somebody knows it, but they're not able to fulfill the energy. And I wish I could clarify that. Son of a bitch. We'll have to find out tomorrow what actions they're going to take. I'm going to write that one down. Just on my analogy front, just to give you a brain teaser. She's hunting for frogs at night with a bucket. With a little vase. You're not going to get any with that. You got to go with a net, right? Somebody's got the wrong tools. They could be thinking about you in the wrong way, in the right energy. Can I phrase it like that? Does that make sense? For me, the frog thing makes sense. For you, probably not. So maybe my other way of putting it does. Okay? It is what it is. Either way, do I think something's going to happen here? Maybe, but it's going to be really weird. Okay? Can I put it that way? Wow, look at that guy over there. Is he hunting for frogs with his mouth? What is going on? There's a certain way you do something. It's like if you go fishing and somebody shows up with a spear and you're trying to fly fish out in the middle of it, like, what the fuck? What the hell? What year is this? All right, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Something here for everybody. It's Cancerian energy. It bookends the 10 of Pentacles. 7 swords. Fucking deception. Fucking bullshit. Fucking crap. This can go both ways. Roles can be reversed. He hit a pole running down the street. Yeah, it's a dangling participle energy. I know, I guess some English major watching who just creamed themselves right now. I know what that is. I don't know anything about frogs, but I know what that is. Okay, calm down. All right. I classify it as a dangling participle energy. And I just gave an example of one. I muttered it under my breath. He hit a pole running down the street. Right? I write something that it sounds like I said the pole was running down the street and somebody hit it. But really what I meant was the guy was running down the street and he hit the pole. I just wrote it wrong. It's a dangling participle. He hit a pole running down the street. It's terrible, right? It's a dangling participle energy. Somebody believes something about your life that isn't true, and or it could be a reverse. You believe something about theirs that isn't. Okay? Or they read something into your life that isn't there. They read too much into it, things like that. It's a dangling participle energy. All right. He hit a pole running down the street. So this is the all signs position. So the hot spot energy. So right now we've got some kind of misunderstanding happening here. I think they may find it intimidating. Could be why this person's letting you, like, oh, I'm free of that. I don't want anything to do with that. Okay, well, you misunderstood. I don't know. But that's just what's there. Leo, position 5. The Leo soap opera. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups on the Leo soap opera here. It's reversed energy. I don't pull reversals. The cards all go in my deck upright, but if they're reversed, I read it that way. I'm going to leave it upright because I get the people that say, you flipped it by hand. Okay, calm down. Fucking charlatan seekers. Chill out. I get it. But it doesn't matter if it's reversed either way. If it's reversed, somebody who walked away from you is coming back. If it's upright, somebody's walking away from something and coming toward you. You're their 9 cups. I get that. Somebody's coming toward you. Somebody wants to anyway. It takes a lot of bravery to walk away from 8 broken cups. I don't know if they got it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in this motherfucker in the Leo soap opera. Even the universe is kind of... I would say In the Leo soap opera, since I've been pulling it, about 30% of the runners have grown a pair and gotten out of their toxic situation. And of that 30%, about 10% have come toward you, my viewer. When Virgo, position 6, my wild card spot. Sometimes you guys show up here. Four of Swords. It's crickets. Crickets, crickets. Nobody's thinking about you right now. Oh, I'm being honest with you. This is not you showing up here. No one is thinking. No one. Why? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow what actions they're likely to take. Usually this means something's about to happen. Before you get too disappointed, usually this means something's about to happen. You ever heard the saying, the calm before the storm? Right? Something, you walk outside and it just feels weird. Feels really eerie. Yeah. The calm before the storm. Sort of like that feeling you get when you put Pink Floyd's Echoes on song Echoes. Pink Floyd's Echoes on top of the Wizard of Oz intro. It's always been a big thing, a conspiracy thing with musicians, that it fits perfectly, that you could play it out. There are YouTube videos where they've done it. They've put echoes on top of the Wizard of Oz, the black and white intro portion. It does fit. It's really creepy. It's a bit of that feeling here. It's a little bit of that. Take it for what it's worth to you. Right? All right. And go find a video on YouTube of Pink Floyd on top of the Wizard of Oz. You'll see. You'll see. All right. And yet, if you want to know what that means, okay. Because that's how it feels to me. All right. Libra, position 7. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Why am I only seeing the butterfly? Why? Why? And it's a big butterfly. It's a butterfly the size of a Harris hawk. And I say Harris hawk because it's got the coloring of a Harris hawk. The tail on the Harris hawk is black and white like that. The male, the body has that color on it. It looks like a fucking Harris hawk. It's a butterfly. Thing is, if you had a butterfly the size of a Harris hawk, that'd be pretty fucking funny. That'd be pretty fucking scary. Harris hawk got a 42-inch wingspan, and it's a pretty good sized bird at 20 inches or so. Somebody, you're about to have somebody is planning a conversation with you, and it gets bigger. It's bigger than you think it's going to be. Okay? That's why. I mean, you might ask, well, I don't joke about anything that's not the energy. Why is Steve telling me about the size of a Harris hawk and mentioning a Harris hawk with that? Well, because you expect a butterfly, you're getting a butterfly, that you are getting transformation from a conversation with somebody, but you're getting more than you think. It's a butterfly the size of a Harris hawk. I have never, in all my time out here, all the time I've been using the witches, noted that butterfly looks like a Harris hawk. Okay? It just does. It's the first time. So it's an important conversation you've got, someone wants to have with you. But I don't think either of you realize the transformative effect. It's bigger than you think it is. Okay? All right. Hot Scorpios. Why am I pausing? Why am I pausing? No, I'm pausing for a reason. And I hit the card for a reason. It's the sun, but it's the sun reversed energy. And it bookends my, what is reversed 8 of Cups energy. It's very interesting. Now, you get a lot of readers, they'll tell you, I'm just going to flip it back upright, but it is the sun reversed. You got a lot of readers going to tell you the sun reversed is still a good card. Yeah, I get it. You could even look it up in the book, they'll probably tell you the same thing. It depends on the fucking context, okay? Energy always, whether it's good or bad, first of all, is open to interpretation, but is always dependent upon the surrounding energies. Okay? Alright. A flotation device. Your seat turns into a flotation device on a plane. That's a good energy. If you crash over water, if you crash into a mountain, it's not going to help you a whole lot. Right? It's a bit of this. You're going to get a lot of clarity. Someone's bringing you a lot of clarity. Again, it's red with an 8 of Cups reverse. I'll turn it this way so you can see it. All right? Let the charlatan seeker shut up for a second. All right. Somebody's coming in. They got something to tell you. They're bringing a lot of clarity, but it's not clarity that helps you. I gave you just now, I said, Your seat turns into a flotation device is wonderful if you crash over water. It doesn't help you so much in the deep forest. It's a bit of that. It's going to play out differently for all of you, but somebody is feeling like they need to tell you something, and I imagine the way I feel the energy, once they tell you, if they tell you, you're going to be like, well, great, good for fucking you. You know, I don't know. It just feels like that. We'll see what actions they take tomorrow in the weekly reading. We've got to pull the Friday reading before the weekly reading, because this is how I would do it in offline readings. I would do it this way so that I know feelings first. Then I know I can take the feelings and apply them to the actions, and I've got some kind of environmental energy to work with. Right? You have to have that. All right. Position 9. I'll write that one down. And this one. Position 9. Sagittarius. Sometimes separate from the reading, sometimes part of it. King of Wands. Fucking hell. Why you? Why is it always Sagittarius with me? Can't you once, universe, send me a normal fucking Sagittarius energy? Well, this is kind of normal. This is fine. Why would someone think this about you? Someone wants to put you in charge of something, but they're afraid you're going to go all maniacal with it. They're afraid you're going to run with it. Okay? It reminds me of an energy. When I was a kid, nobody would let me be in their club in the neighborhood. In our little neighborhood that we lived in, I was like 8. Nobody would let me be in the club. The kids started a clubhouse. They wouldn't let me be in it. So I asked my friend Eric. I said, why, Eric? Why am I not in your club? Because they were afraid I was going to take it over. You take over everything. I do. I have that kind of energy. I am the person who takes it. I'm always the boss. And even back in the day when I started a job somewhere, if I started on the sales floor, I was the boss eventually. I eventually got to be a lead supervisor or some kind of bullshit like that. Why? Because I have that kind of energy. I have that air about me. People listen to me. People do what I fucking say. Because they just fucking do. Somebody here is afraid of that in you. They're afraid of that in you. Okay? Take it for what it's worth. It's very similar to my touching story I told you of my childhood. They're thinking about putting you in charge, but they're afraid that you're going to go too far with it. All right? I don't know I don't know. It's just what they think and feel. Or they're not putting you in charge because they're afraid you're going to take over or whatever. Okay? It's sort of like in companies. You always get this with you. It's always Steve's business tarot here. It's like in companies, nobody will. If you really want a successful company, to be a good leader, you hire people that are better than you, smarter than you, right? So that they fill in for your weaknesses and stuff like that. What usually happens is the person in charge is a fucking narcissist, and they wouldn't dare promote anybody who's smarter or better than them. So that's why things fail. That's why there's high turnover rates. That's why companies don't do shit. They fold up. They don't do as good as they should do, right? This is that kind of thing maybe for some of you, where somebody feels like you might be, if they put you in a position of authority, you're going to have their job sooner rather than later. It's possible, all right? I always tried as an adult to temper that energy, to make sure I made it clear to them, I don't want your job, okay? I always did, whether I did or didn't. I always made that clear somehow. But anyway, do what you want with that energy. It can apply in love too. Somebody's afraid to tell you they love you. Maybe it's a friend that wants to bang you and they're afraid that you're going to fall in love and it's going to go, I don't know. All right. This applies to a good number of you. I wouldn't have harped on it for so long. Okay? Capricorn, position 10. Page of Cups. Somebody around you loves you. That's what I feel. I feel great love for you right now. And it's not just because you're better than popcorn. Okay? You are tasty. I bet you are tasty. But you're also, many of you, you don't have to be. It's not your astrology. I'm not your astrologer, and this ain't your horoscope. But Capricorn energy, once they let someone in, you're in. But it's tough to get past that. One of my best friends is a Capricorn. It took a while for that to be one of my best friends. Okay? Somebody loves you. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what actions they're going to take, but boy, are they thinking about you right now. Maybe you wore something really nice. Maybe you smell real good. I don't know. There's a new love forming. Brand new. It's beautiful. Aquarius, position 11. Another one of my wild card spots. You guys could show up here. You sure didn't show up here. Crickets. Nine of Swords. Maybe those crickets are keeping you up at night. That is you. Nine Swords. Okay. I talked about this in the full moon reading. So, because you guys are showing up here, okay, this is for a good majority of you. Yep. There's an energy of huge change all around us. All kinds of areas. Everything may feel off. Everything may start to feel off. You may feel bad. You may feel depressed. You may feel like a loser. You may feel like a failure. You may feel like all kinds of things. It is possible. It's nonsense. And I'm telling you that right now. It's a byproduct of so much energy of change with that beaver moon. And the beaver moon has gone fucking full bush 70s crazy. Okay? It is not it's not its usual well-trimmed fucking landing strip beaver moon. No, it's out of fucking control. Okay? So, that being said, and the energy around it is out of control, it is chaos. Alright? You know that if you watch that reading. That said, it's bullshit. When you start getting in this, go back to sleep. Alright? It's a byproduct of the energies. Let the energy pass. I will leave you with, this too shall pass. Okay? Alright. Pisces, position 12. Always red with 1 and 5. 4 of Wands. Somebody, and this is very clear, somebody who is married is coming back. If they can muster up the bravery, they're done. And I don't think you see it coming. I don't think you're surprised. They're thinking about leaving. Somebody who's married is thinking about leaving, and you're the reason. You're who they want. You're the one that they want. Woo, woo, woo. Right? There you go. That's it. It's very clear. And I believe this is a person who once walked away from you and now realizes that they'd rather have the Ten of Pentacles with you. It's very fucking clear. Now, married doesn't have to be married. They could be married to a job. They could be married to a dog. They could be married to themselves. They could be a self-centered fuckwit. They could be just in a relationship with somebody. Okay? It's just a word. That's all. All right? All right. Let's have the universe add all this up. Let's take the light seer, which has a sun at the bottom. That's a great deal of light, isn't it? Let's do it. 3 cards and a bottom card. What's it all mean, universe? Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow's reading. This is going to be fun. Oh, wow. We ask what actions they're likely to take tomorrow, and we clarify. You know, be careful about the dangling participle over here. Okay? This is very common. This happens, especially when there's a lot of emotions involved. Okay? I think for most of you, someone believes something, someone believes something about your life that is inaccurate. It's not that you lied to them. It's maybe you said it wrong, right? Like my example of the dangling participle. He was hit by a pole running down the street. Now, if I put the word while in there, it's no longer a dangling participle. I put he hit a pole while running down the street. Now, that's different. Implies he was running. He hit a pole running down the street. See, people misunderstand things. Just one little word left out changes everything, right? Something here. So it's nothing major, but it's enough to slow them down, whoever it is. If you take 2 lines and you just put them a millimeter apart, they'll be 1,000,000 miles away at some point. Right? Things can get out of control. All right. Anyway, I'm just telling you. Right here. Emperor at the bottom. Crossing the center card, I'm going to pull Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. What's fueling the Emperor? The 5 of Wands. Yeah. This is the same 10 of Swords energy that I had in the full moon reading, and the energy of your connection, I believe it was. With the dead bison. There's a reconciliation coming with this Emperor, okay? Something that, there is one connection. It may or may not be what came out in this reading. There is a connection you have with this Emperor. A connection that is dead, done, and over. It is coming back, okay? Transforming. The world in this new energy, it's coming back in new energy. It's coming back because somebody is just enamored with you, just wondering what might have happened. Hermit, the Three of Swords, there it is. Do what you want with it. Pay attention to the full moon reading. That's just what it says here. If I'm to add it up as far as these cards, I love how the full moon reading just keeps getting backed up. It gets backed up here too. Let sleeping dogs lie here. Let people figure out the truth on their own. In other words, what we talked about here, where somebody misunderstands something about your life, let's try and phrase it that way. They'll work it out on their own. Okay? They will figure it out on their own. If you try to say anything to correct it, you'll make it worse. Okay? You will. You'll totally make it worse. It's just what the universe say it. They'll figure it out on their own. Just let people feel what they're going to feel. Let this person think that they're done, that they're safe. Let this person have their fantasies about walking away from 8 broken cups. Let this person tell you what they think they need to tell you, and you're like, yes, so whatever. Just let it play out. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions, but that's what it says. Okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting. We find out what actions they're going to take. Should be a lot of fun. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Good luck.